with my mother, and she keeps saying that we're going to get to good cell service here, but I don't know if she's making that up. She is driving 100 miles an hour in order to get us to better cell service. You are. She's driving so fast. So here's the deal. Good morning and welcome to Rise and Radke. Did you know we had a name for it?
Yeah.
We call it Rise and Radke. And good morning. I am in the car. It's not going to be the best service. So I'm just telling you right now, save yourself. Save your fingers, your finger strength. Don't tell us it's a bad connection. I know it's a bad connection. You know it's a bad connection. All the other hundreds of people that are on here right now know it's a bad connection. So you ain't got to tell us. Okay? Good morning from Utah. Good morning from Washington, from Kentucky, from Fayetteville, Arkansas, from Maine, from Oklahoma. Can you believe that?
We're in Trinity, Texas.
We're in Trinity, Texas. That's what my mother just said. So every morning, Mom, when people get on, we say good morning to them and they tell us where they're tuning in from. So we've got like all of these different places. And then the rule is if ever all 50 states show up at one time, David and I will make out on a live.
I don't want to hear that. She's here, and she's in rare form.
So as we get started today, let me just tell y'all, because we are in a car, I may just kind of reposition the way I sit so that we can see her, so that I don't have to keep going back and forth. But I do want you to see my mom, because a lot of people wrote in with questions. I just mentioned that casually yesterday. I was like, write in if you have any questions. And y'all did. And it's so wonderful. So, Alberta, I'm assuming that's Canada. Is there an Alberta, Kentucky? Probably not. Arizona and Indiana is in the house, and Henderson, Tennessee, or the Oregon coast. And I've got so many people saying good morning, Miss Annette.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm hoarse today, so I sound like a little horse.
She sounds like a little horse. So I'm going to try to reposition myself really quickly and see if it'll work. Oh, God. Mother, what is this Vineyard Vine box doing in here?
It was from Christmas.
Why is it in here?
I never got a chance to shake it around.
Oh, my. Oh, so we're going to do that today? Oh, my God.
No.
I can't make returns to the store with you, Mother. It drives me nuts. Okay. Mom, do you remember that time that we went to Macy's and Dad was buying us something and he needed a pen because this was back in the day when you wrote
He's not over that yet.
When you wrote a check out of the checkbook, and he needed a pen, and he asked one of us for a pen, and I promptly whipped out a tampon and handed it to him.
And he nearly died.
Did you just say he's still not over it yet?
No.
Kansas City, Missouri in the house. And, oh no, we've got a coronavirus quarantine victim coming at us from North Carolina.
Oh, we're praying for him.
Oh, my mother said, oh, we're praying for him. Let me tell you something. I'm upset that you have the corona. I am. I'm hacked about it. I'm hacked about the coronavirus. I'm hacked at the Republicans and the Democrats for making this happen. But mainly, I want to say something to you, Corona. And you listen good. If you dare take Tom Hanks from us, if you dare take the incandescent Tom Hanks, I will rain blows down on you, Corona, of which you will have no chance but to flee. Did you know that he has the corona, Mother?
Yeah, I saw that. But
I've always said if anybody's going to play my dad in a movie, which it doesn't look like it's probably going to pan out that they ever would, but if anybody was, it would be Tom Hanks. Don't you think, Mom?
yeah.
People say they kind of resemble a little bit. If anybody was going to play my Uncle Dad, that one didn't pan out. Okay. So, we've got really sweet comments coming in saying you make Jackson Ellis is saying, wait, are you driving? Now, do I? Really? Really? Is this a concern that y'all thought maybe I was driving? Trust me, me turning sideways and driving is better than what's going on right here. Me sideways is a better driver than her. Full frontal. Okay, all right, so here we go. We've got some questions for my mom. We've got some questions, and I'm going to read them, and she's going to answer them. Are you ready, Mother?
I don't know. How bad are they?
They're not bad. All right, the first one comes from Krista Marie, or as my mother would say it. Say it, Mother.
Krista Marie.
Krista Marie.
I like that name. It's got a ring.
It does have a ring to it, doesn't it? Have I told y'all lately that I love my mother, but she's crazy. Okay, here we go. What did you think Melissa would grow up to be? Don't say stripper. Don't say stripper.
An inmate. How's that?
What?
An inmate. A prisoner.
No, you did not, Mother.
I felt like
And you know what? For somebody who has a ministry to the prison systems, that's rude of you.
I know. I love them, but I thought you were going to be one of them.
With what, my mouth?
Oh, whatever. Breaking rules. That's all I know.
Breaking rules. Mother, really, as a parent, I now know you have dreams for your kids. Please give an honest answer as to what you thought I would be when I grow up, and not just say a felon.
I thought you'd be a singer. I really thought you'd be a singer.
I told y'all, I'm amazing.
A gospel singer.
Notice how she said that.
Gospel.
Because she thought I might get Britney Spears a run for her money. Is that right? Oh, God. Is that right, Mother?
That's right.
You know, Mom,
I didn't want you getting jiggy with it.
Mother, please don't say things like that. Okay, this is driving me nuts. You have got your phone set to literally, like, the screen locks up every 30 seconds. And now I can't read what... So let me just tell y'all what happened to us this morning. She came to pick me up. I promptly got in the car. I sat my backpack down. I set my purse down. I set my coffee down. And I set my donut down in the floorboard of the car. But I sat my phone on top of the car. I'll give y'all a second.
Thus the story.
Then we took off, and I never did have my phone. So, David Radke, we had to call him. Imagine that phone call. And he had to get in his car and go ping my phone until he found it laying on the side of 706. And my Ooh David phone case had flown right off. So yeah, so now I'm doing this on my iPad. I'm having to use my mom's phone. It's a whole thing. Okay, Mom, here's a question coming in. This is from Sherry in Orlando, and she asks, were you and Melissa close growing up? I have a teenage daughter, and I feel like we are growing apart. Were we always close when I was growing up?
I thought we were always very close because I knew right after you were born, I knew that you were, even though I wanted more children, I had been told that I wouldn't be able to have any more children. So I thought, well, she's my one and only, so, I made it just happen that we were real, real close. But when she got to be a teenager, she started pulling away from me a little bit, and that happens. It's normal. You'd never get rid of them if they didn't start pulling away at some point. Somebody told me that if you breastfed your baby, you'd be more bonded to them. Well, I didn't, and I thought I was never going to peel her off of this body. But
Mother, you literally just said to me probably 6 months, you know what, Melissa Page, it's a good thing I never breastfed you.
Yeah, because you'd still be in my crib. Up in my grill.
Oh my gosh. So you would say that we were close growing up?
Yes, we were very close. We liked the same things. We liked to listen to music. Remember when we got pulled over? Because the police reminded us, saw us going like 80 miles an hour. We had points and giggling, and he pulled us over. And then he didn't give me a ticket because he thought it was cute. He didn't think I was cute. He thought the situation was cute.
He thought the situation was cute. Okay, one woman wrote in, and I thought this was really sweet. She said, was Melissa always this confident when she was growing up? And another woman wrote in and said, you raised Melissa, and now she is raising Remy. And these are a whole bunch of confident women. Y'all must have the secret sauce. What is the secret sauce for raising confident girls? So was I this confident growing up? And then if so, do you have a secret to raising confident women?
I don't have a secret, and it was God's mercy, I'm sure. But I told Melissa ever since she was big enough to understand it that she was going to grow up to be a mighty woman of God. And I tried to example that, model that for her. I wasn't raised necessarily like that, but I was my daddy's little girl, of course, and Dad gave me a lot of confidence. I think the men, it's very important for the men of the family to give the girls confidence and authority. I really do. Don't you think your daddy gave you that?
That's a great point, Mom. Yeah, I think that's a really good point.
Most people say it's the mother. Not necessarily with girls, because when they start drawing away from mother and when they begin to be a teenager and stuff, if the daddy doesn't step in, it leaves a hole. But if he does, it's kind of even-handed. And it takes a dad's attention sometimes to give the girl confidence. My daddy made me give back a promise ring in the 5th grade the little boy had given me. And he was just a friend, and he gave it to me and said it was a friendship ring. But when I got home and I showed my daddy very sweetly reached over the table and he took the ring, he looked at it, and he gave it back to me. He said, baby, I want you to give this back because I don't want you to ever owe a man anything.
Boom!
Yeah, he was like that.
Really? First of all, two things I'd like to point out. Number one, that's a killer statement from my grandpa, who's no longer with us, but is probably owning heaven right now. And secondly, Mother, a promise ring in the 5th grade, were you easy peasy?
Well, no, it was a friendship ring.
Mother,
We were
what
friends.
kind of hoe takes a friendship ring in the 5th grade?
Well, he was sweet, Philip Stevenson.
Oh my God, never say first and last names on social media.
Well, I don't even know where Phil is.
Is he dead?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I feel like people your age are dropping like flies, Mother.
Well, I don't even know how to dignify that with
Oh my gosh, I have looked forward to this day. Honest to God, like spending the day with her is literally one of my absolute most favorite things to do. Oh, somebody asked, was she growing up a mama's girl or a daddy's girl?
because she was an only child, she was both our girls. Because she was rotten, as you can tell. But she's always been a daddy's girl.
You would say that, really?
Well, I'm just saying, the older you get, the more it shows up to me.
I would agree with that. And that was the weird thing, because her and I were so close, but there was just a soft spot in my heart for him, always has been. Just always had, you know, I couldn't go head to head with him like I could with her. I couldn't fight with him like I could with her. And so there was more tenderness towards him, maybe, and more fire towards her. But I mean, look at us. You can't tell that now. So any mamas who are watching this, and like that mom from Orlando who said, my daughter and I are growing apart. Of course you are, for a time being, but that's just for a time being. Mother, tell them, the last question that came in I thought was really funny, and it said, is there a story about Melissa that you could share with us that almost put you in an early grave? Was the question. The way, I believe, was the way she worded it. It was a story that almost put you in an early grave. And I said, Mom, I wonder if they're asking, like, I did something scandalous and you thought, oh, I'm gonna die, or if it was just funny, because we had a lot of funny stories. But you commented on when I was a senior in high school, and you thought I began to worship the devil. Speak on that.
Well, I don't remember exactly saying it that way, but you got on some diet pills, and it was like you turned into the devil. I think that was more like it, but it was horrible. But I had two instances I could tell you about. I went to the school. If they called me or something and they told me, I needed to come up and talk to them, it was just one thing after another. It wasn't that she had ever gotten in trouble or gotten paddled or expelled or whatever, but I was called up by sweet Mr. Adams. I bought his lunch one day because I saw him out somewhere and I felt so sorry for him.
Okay, first of all, quit saying people's names on here. Quit saying Mr. Adams. He is still a teacher at Hudson. And also...
No, he's retired.
Also, whenever you see him in town now, you can stop buying his meals, okay? He had to put up with me for like 3 years. It's not exactly like he's a war veteran.
Well, yes, it is. He lived with you for 3 years. It was probably horrible. But he called me up there one day and he said, Miss Lee, I can tell what kind of mood our class is going to be in. I watch for Melissa to come in because if she's smiling, it's going to be fun. But if it's a bad day, we all going down. He said she just kind of sets the tempo. And this is the same teacher, I think. It's been a while. They called me up and said that you'd stood up in your desk and took money. I don't know, did they bet you wouldn't sing?
It doesn't matter. None of it matters anymore. None of it matters anymore.
And they were throwing quarters at you. That sounds like somebody on a pole.
What did you just say to me? What did you just say?
I said it sounds like somebody on a pole.
Okay, first of all, if someone's dancing on a pole and all that's being thrown at them is quarters, are they really dancing?
Well, were you really singing? That's a better question.
That man has his blinker on. I need you to act accordingly, Annette.
I am, but where's he turning?
That would be my luck, is that I would dance on a pole and the only thing people would throw at me were quarters. Rolled up quarters in an effort to knock me out.
Throw something at you, all right?
Okay, is there any other, and by the way, when I'm teasing her, but otherwise, please don't ever think that I just call my mom Annette. I call her Annette when I'm picking on her, when I'm teasing her, but otherwise it's mom, because I learned that real quick. Somebody said, this is the last thing I'll say, somebody wrote in and said, you do know that Melissa teases about you on social media all the time, but it just makes us all want to meet you even more, right?
Oh, no. Melissa, you're not supposed to be saying me on there. You said you're not supposed to say names on here. What kind of material can you draw from me?
It is vast.
Bad material, I can tell you.
No, not true. But I do tell them quite often, you don't even know what I do on social media. I
don't.
You literally said to me the other day, y'all have a morning show. What kind of business is that? Did you not?
I did, and I still don't know what it is.
Have you ever listened to one of my podcasts?
I saw the other day you making cheese bread. I saw that one.
Did you watch it, Mother?
Yeah, but you know what you said?
What?
To hell with it. You were doing something and you said to hell with it.
Did that make you mad?
Yes.
Why, Mom?
Why are you cursing on there? It was a cooking show. Thank God for Jesus.
What did you just say?
Nothing.
She just said, thank God for Jesus. Well, so this is it. Here we go. This has been a morning with Annette, and I have no idea what y'all's comments are because I haven't been able to see any of them because I'm sitting sideways. But I have loved this moment with her. I've looked forward to this day, and we're gonna have a great time. Where are we going to eat lunch?
I don't know. Where's a good place in Woodlands?
In the Woodlands? Oh, they got a lot of good places. I love my time with my mother. I knew y'all would enjoy it as well. And so thank you for being here and asking your questions. And thanks for sending your questions in. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks for holding on, even though this has been a little bit rocky. So thank God for Jesus. People are now quoting you. I love your mama. You're a daddy's girl. That's why he hid money for you in your apartment all that time.
Oh, brother.
All right, y'all have a great day, and David and I will be back in the morning. Okay? Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye, y'all. Thank you, Mom.